Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am a huge fan of the 1975 and I have yet to be able to go see them in concert, and with everything that's been going on, you know, I bought this shirt hoping that Mike and I were going to be able to go like March. That didn't happen. So yeah, I thought I would do a makeup look inspired by my shirt from the band 1975. They are British, they are out of the UK. I will try and link a video of theirs down below. That way, if you've never heard of them, you can click on it and listen to it and do all that. But yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we're gonna get into the eye look. Okay, so I'm gonna try and recreate this as best I can. I wasn't even sure I was gonna film it. It was just kind of plain, and then it turned out somewhat decent, so I might as well film the other eye. So to prime this time, I'm using the Camo Concealer to prime my lid, and then I'm also going to use it where I put the neon. I just really wanted my lid to be super blanked out, have a really good foundation so that the smoky shades could be, you know, as dark as they could be. All right, and then I'm not gonna set my lid. I'm gonna go into ColourPop Smoke palette. My desk is a mess, so you'll have to forgive me. Like I said, I wasn't sure I was even gonna film this, so I'm gonna go into Stone Face. Oop, and there's my lash for later. I had to cut it down a little bit, so I got it ready for the end. This is a pretty light wash of gray, but I just wanted to kind of lay a little bit of color down. Then I'm going to go into Slated, which is this next deepest shade, and then this is just going to go into the crease also. Now I am using two discontinued Urban Decay palettes, but they are available on Poshmark. I got the Electric palette on Poshmark, and then the Smoke palette that I'm going to be dipping into a little bit, my friend Lauren gave it to me, but I checked and that one is, people are selling it on Poshmark too, so you can get them used if you're not opposed to that. Like I said, mine were both used. I didn't buy them new. And I'm going to go into, this is the Smoked palette from Urban Decay. This is what it looks like. And we're going to go into Mushroom. I like some of the, like the grays in here just because they're like a satiny almost. They've got a, like a sheen to them. They're not necessarily a shimmer shadow, but they're very soft and they blend out really nice. I just like I said, I like that they have a little bit of a sheen because this is more of a concert look. This isn't going to be obviously a wearable like daytime. I mean, it could be, but. And then we're going to go into Asphalt, which is this deeper shade right here. And this is not a complicated or hard look to do. I didn't use a ton of different shadows. Like I said, I went in between this and the ColourPop palette a little bit, just because the ColourPop palette is good. Like, you could do this whole look with the ColourPop palette with just the shades in here. You wouldn't, if you don't want to try and hunt down the Smoked palette, you could do the whole look. Like, instead of using the shade in the lid, you could go in with Ignite. So I'm going to go back in with the light shade, and then I'll probably go back into Mushroom. Like I said, I just like that those shades have a little bit, they're almost a shiny, soft satin color. I didn't want like a all over glittery eye, but I wanted something that wasn't necessarily matte. So that's the only reason I'm pulling from those, is because I have them. But like I said, you could do this whole eye look with just the Smoke palette, because this is available and it's cheap. And then I'm going to use the black from the smoked palette, but there is a black, like the Urban Decay smoked palette. It's black out, but there is a black in the ColourPop palette. Even this, though, this Urban Decay shadow is older, I feel like the pigmentation is maybe just a hair better, but the black that is in the ColourPop Smoke palette is a very good black. I have used it. So again, like I reiterated, you could do this whole eye look with the Smoke palette. I'm just using I'm trying to use multiple palettes basically, because so much of my collection went unused for a long time. So I'm just pulling stuff because I have it. Trying to use it more. So I'm going to take a little bit of that Asphalt shade from the Urban Decay. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of the black. Try and make them match. I think I made this side darker, which is what happens. Sometimes I have to go back in and deepen up the other side, which I'll do right now. I've been sitting doing this one for an hour, so that could be part of it too, but I'm always like, how overboard do I want to go? Okay, and then I'm going to do my brow bone really quick. I just used the Cookie highlighter, which is what's on my face. Just under the brow. We'll do that right now. Okay. Yeah, people are probably going to be upset with me because I'm using like 4 palettes, but I was just playing. So I'm going to recreate what I did to the best of my abilities, because I wasn't 100% that I was going to film this look. So normally I probably would have just used the Smoke palette and the ABH Volume 3 instead of using the discontinued palettes, but this is inspired. It'll be in the intro. I haven't filmed the intro yet, but the 1975 is one of my favorite bands. They're from the UK. I think they're out of Manchester, if memory serves. I was so close. Like, Mike was going to buy tickets because they were going to be in Phoenix. They don't stop in Arizona often, I think because we're pro-gun state. But they were going to be in Phoenix at one of the smaller arenas. Mike was going to get tickets, and then all this happened, and so I'm not going to get to go. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to see him in concert. There's been a couple of times where I was like this close to getting to go see him, and it just didn't work out, and I'm just like, oh, it's almost there. And Mike doesn't even really, like, he doesn't hate them, but he's definitely not like, that wouldn't probably be his first choice of people to go see, but he knows that I like them, so he was going to get tickets, but that didn't work out. So from Urban Decay Electric, like I said, I got mine on Poshmark. I did not buy this brand new, and it is still available. People are still selling it. So we're going to go into Thrash, this neon yellowy green shade, and it comes across very green when I put it on the lid. So I'm going to go into my Norvina Volume 3 palette in just a second, just to kind of bring it a little more into the yellow spectrum, because the shirt that I have is black and like hot yellow, neon yellow. I'm filming this at night, so if I lose my ability to speak or form a clear sentence, that's why. My daughter went to bed and I was just playing because I had this idea in my head to do this look and was just experimenting. So from the Volume 3 palette, I think it's A1. I think it's the shade. These don't have actual names. They're just like letters and numbers. Yeah, it's this A1 shade. going to bring this down into the tear duct. Just because this is, and I probably could have just used this shade, but I like my electric palette, so, and I've done it with this color before. Just put more of a yellow on top to kind of bring it down into more of the yellow spectrum. But again, if you have this palette, you could totally just probably use A1 and call it a day. Again, I'm trying to use more of my makeup. So I apologize if it's annoying that I'm using like a bajillion palettes. Sorry. All right. And then on the lower lash line, I went into the ColourPop one, and I'm using Smokin'. It's kind of a shimmery. My brushes are all over the table that I used, so the desk is a little bit chaotic. I just kind of left everything out that I used and decided to turn the camera on, so here we are. I didn't know if anybody would care to see this look, but I figured people are bored. They might. Again, this would be, if I was gonna go to the concert, this is probably the makeup I would do. I would probably do a little bit brighter of a cheek color, maybe would be the only difference, but otherwise, like, this would be the eye makeup. And then I'm gonna go into the light, which is Stone Face. And then I think on this side, I took whatever was left on the brush from doing my brow bone and just put it over. I might go in with a little bit of distortion glitter in the inner corner, maybe. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. So then to kind of blend out that neon shade, I'm gonna go back into the Urban Decay palette with that mushroom color. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Asphalt, which was the darker color. And then I think I put from the electric palette just a smidge of Freak, which is the true green in here. I don't know if you can even see it, but I was just trying to blend that in better. So we will, what we did on the other side, we'll do on this side, even if that step doesn't matter. Okay. So now that we've got it nice and smoky, for the liner, I used the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof. And we're gonna draw a line. I'm gonna start off with it pretty thin, and then I'm gonna go back and I will thicken it up. Because I'm gonna put glitter on top of the liner, so I want it to be thick enough that you can see the glitter. And again, if I was actually going to the concert, I probably would have made the line just a hair thicker than it already is, just so you could really see the glitter. It's probably a hair subdued from what I would normally do if I was going to go to a concert, but... And part of that is because the lash, I feel like, and this one's starting to come up on me a little bit in the corner. The lash kind of covers up a little bit of the glitter, so the thicker you make it, the easier it is to see. And then I went in with glitter glue and some black glitter, but I don't even feel like you could really see it. So then I ended up going over it with, this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal in Glam Rock. So we're just going to do that step because I don't even think you can see the black glitter that I put on it, which is why I went over it with the silver. And this is much easier to do than to try and use like an angled brush and go in with glitter glue and stamped the glitter. Like I did all of that, and I like don't feel like you could even tell that there was black glitter. It's not, I need to get a different black glitter. I may have a different one in my drawer because the one that I used was my pressed one that I made, and it's not the sparkliest glitter you've ever seen, so I need to get a different black loose glitter, I've decided. So we're just gonna do the glitter. Like I said, these are really easy applicators to use. They're very fine pointed. These, I just brushed it on. You don't have to put anything on. It'll dry down and stay there. So that's much easier than doing this with the angled brush, which I did, and then was like, oh, I gotta cover it up anyway. So that was fun. Okay, for mascara, I think I'm gonna use just my Too Faced Better Than Sex. So I'm gonna finish curling my lashes, and I am going to put on my other lash and possibly a lip color, change my shirt, do something with my hair, and I almost forgot before I go. I didn't put in my waterline yet. ColourPop's Cream Gel Liner in Punch. So let's put that in the waterline. I know if you watch my videos, I'm putting liner in my waterline. I got false lashes on again. Who am I? Okay, and then I took a little bit. I almost forgot to do this step. So, and then I'll finish my lashes. I took the little flat brush that I used on the bottom and some of Thrash, and I'm just gonna stamp it over the yellow just because it's very yellow compared to, and I want it to look a little more like the color. And you could stamp the color straight into the waterline, but I feel like the ColourPop liner gives it a little something to adhere to, so it gives it a little better staying power. So now I'm gonna go finish my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look with both eyes done. I did put a little bit of Urban Decay Distortion Glitter on the inner corner, and then for my lips, I'm just wearing Laura Lee's Topless shade, and then I put just a tiny bit of Ritz. It's a Super Shock glitter just in the center on the top and the bottom before it dried down, just to give it a little bit of something. And then again, because we would be going to a concert, I wrote, this is probably something I would have Mike do. It's a little wonky, but it's hard to do it looking in the mirror. And then all I used for that was Urban Decay All Nighter. And then I took a little bit of this Night Dream shade. It's got a little bit of glitter in it, and then just stamped. So it's got a little bit of a sparkle when you get up close to it, but just kind of threw my hair up, threw my shirt on. So yeah, this is my 1975 look. If I was able to go see them in concert, this is probably the makeup that I would be wearing. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked this look. Hopefully it was fun. Again, this isn't like everyday makeup, just playing around, having fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you leave, and yeah, hopefully I will see you in another video very soon. Bye everybody.